In this demo, we're going to sign our agent traffic with a TPM-backed identity certificate. So this is a POC for a bigger story for the full story that we're going to work on next sprint. So on high level, what does this feature do? Well, it provides stronger authentication between the agent and the fleet server. Specifically, it has a certificate that will be requested for fleet that is TPM backed. So TPM is the trusted platform module, which is built into the hardware. So the private key is actually in the hardware and it's impossible for software to get to it. So that way we guarantee that the device that got the certificate is the one that's sending traffic to the fleet server. So this is stronger authentication than the current methods, which is using a node key that can be easily copied, and also MTLS. If you use MTLS, it is not TPM backed right now. So it's possible to copy the MTLS certificate to a different device. With TPM backed, we are guaranteeing that we are on that same device that got the certificate in the first place. So high level, how this works. The agent starts up, it checks if there is a certificate already. If not, then it uses the SCEP protocol to get a cert. It uses the TPM to get a private key, gets a private key handle. It signs the certificate signing request. It sends the request and gets a cert back. Then using that cert, it starts sending the traffic to the fleet server with an HTTP signature using some standards. So some standards we're using for the signature, we're using RFC 9421. So our signatures is a standard, it's a draft standard. SCEP is a standard. TPM2 is also a standard. Let's go ahead and jump to our host. So to check if your host has TPM, you would check for this path. And we're looking for this guy. This is the TPM Resource Manager that became available in Linux kernel 4.12, which came out in 2017. And Linux distributions based on that kernel have been out since 2018, 2019. So for simplicity, we're just going to be relying on this TPM Resource Manager and not the legacy way. The Resource Manager is able to handle access from multiple applications, so it's less likely to have issues. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's install Fleet here. We're installing okay, we're installing, and let's start our journal control. So I'm going to pause it until we get some traffic here. Okay, we're seeing things happening. So I got a lot of debug message here. So initialize TPM2, it found the device. It tried to load the existing key, they don't exist. Then it goes ahead and starts the SCEP process. So it created a key. We're using ECCC P384. That is a modern, fast, secure standard, stronger than what Apple MDM uses, which is RSA 2048. It created the key. It saved it to a file. Then it created the SCEP CSR request, and then it sent the PKI operation to SCEP to get a cert. It got the cert back, it saved it, and then in the end, it reloaded it just to keep things simple, because normally it just loads everything, so it just reloaded it. And let's go ahead and go and see at the files. So orbit. Got all the files here. So we have These files are going to be renamed. Currently, they're just blobs. We're going to use a de facto standard for saving these files, these TPM files. And then we have the cert right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cert. Sudo, I think I can copy and paste. Here we go, and we see our public key, P384 curve, ACC, right here. So let's go back and look at the actual traffic that's happening. So if we look at OS query traffic, and we look at the headers, so we now see a few things. We see this content digest, that's new. So this is part of related to the standard for HTTP signing. We see the signature itself right here. And we see what exactly we're signing. We're signing the method, which is get, authority, that's the host, the path, that's this up here, the query, any query parameters, and the content digest, so digest of the body. So that is what we're signing for everything. So this is an OS query request, and we can also look at the orbit request. So for OS query request, we are proxying all OS query traffic through orbit. So that way there is a single place that interacts with TPM and does the HTTP signing for both OS query traffic and orbit traffic. Let's go ahead and look at fleet. So we have this guy here. So we have the device, it's all good. For more details on this, go ahead and go to this docs contributing products group orchestration document, and there's a bunch more details about the specifics and some of the issues. Let me just point out a couple things. We are using the enrollment secret right now to get the certificate. In the future, we want to be able to support one-time enrollment secrets for additional security. We do need to support renewal of the cert. And then currently it's Linux only, so we would want to extend this to Windows and Apple as well.